Hello everyone. You just saw the title. That's another Smart Cat litter box review. I know that some of you are in the market for one, and it is true, it's becoming more and more difficult to know which one is the best. Unfortunately for me, this one has a box that is too big and won't fit the door to my bedroom upstairs. So thankfully, it's the kind that just opens from the top. I'm going to open it downstairs and I will meet you upstairs for chit chat. I'm going to tell you what features you're looking for in a cat litter box. This is my fourth one. So I'm not going to say I am a pro and an expert, but I can tell you there's some features that I'm specifically looking for in a Smart Cat litter box, and I think perhaps this one is the one. So let's go upstairs and check it out. You know, Mayday, I know you're curious, but I haven't installed it yet. Hey everyone, Sophia here, my great challenger. Welcome back to my channel, and yes, another Smart Cat litter box review. This one I actually requested. This is from HOMERUNPET and it is model CS106, and I have one cat here that's already trying to get it. I didn't even install it yet. Give me a second. I want to spend some time chatting with you and telling you basically everything that I know or have learned so far, having 4 cat litter boxes that are smart litter boxes. Not all litter boxes are the same. They're all basically the same concept. The cat goes in, pees, poop. Within 10 minutes or so, you can adjust the time if you want on the app. It will rotate. The dirty litter goes one way, the clean litter goes the other way. When it rotates back to its original position, all of the clean litter is back at the bottom for your cat to use again. They will all weigh your cat so you can monitor your cat's health if you want to, and you can use multi-cats. But there are big differences. They're not all the same. While it's the same concept, some of them are better than others. And I'm going to tell you what you're looking for, because I know that some of you are pet owners. Hello cat moms and cat dads. If you're watching this video, I hope I'm being helpful to you, because you are now faced with the paradox of choice. Pretty much everybody and their mother is now doing a Smart Cat litter box, and you're probably thinking, I don't know which one is best. So I can tell you from my own experience what I do not want in a cat litter box and what I'm looking for, and in particular why I think this one is probably the best, even though I haven't even turned it on. But it has all the features that I've been looking for in a Smart Cat litter box. So we all understand the concept, right, of how they work. They will do the scooping for you. Why is it important? Well, it kind of matters, especially when you have multiple cats, with taking care of the odors, because we all know it's not the most pleasant smell, okay? In particular, when the little box is in your own bathroom. There's nothing worse than getting up in the morning, trying to get a shower at 6 o'clock in the morning, and your cat just used the little box for number 2. You can't get rid of that smell. It's going to be stuck in your nose for the next 2 hours. You know it, and I know it. So those machines basically will take care of that real fast for you and contain the poo and the pee in a different compartment, and you just got to basically gather the bag and put it to the trash. So there's no scooping. For anyone who has an autoimmune disorder, in particular lupus, you know that you cannot be anywhere near cat litter. But if you love cats, what are you supposed to do? You can't just ask somebody to be responsible for the cat litter and, scooping it at all times. That's not fair. The machine will do it for you. You just got to gather the bag, close it, put a new bag, you're done. So it's very important for some of us with autoimmune disorders. The one key feature I would say is the most important in a smart litter box is, how do you refill or fill up for the first time? How do you place your litter inside the box? The majority of them, if they're an open concept, it's very easy, like the one I have down in the basement. You just basically pour it, right? Other ones are way more difficult. You would have to literally scoop, one scoop at a time, inside the box. or you have to rotate the box a particular way, and then you pour it in and then put the box back or put the cylinder back in its position. It may not be the best solution for somebody who has a bad back. And I also have to take into account the folks out there who are cat moms and cat dads who are also elderly folks. These things can be very heavy and cumbersome to maneuver. So to have to open up the whole thing, move the cylinder, pour your litter, which we know weighs a ton, and then bring the whole thing back together can be very difficult. There's new models now. I have one of them on my second floor, and this one where you put your litter on the side, you have to do the initial filling, but you also put your litter on the side, and when the machine finds or feels that it needs more litter, it will automatically refill it for you. That's a time saver, it's a back saver, and it's awesome as an option for people who go on vacation, for instance. Because we can leave our cats for 5 days. They'd be fine. They have automatic feeders. Here's the other one. Hi, Severin. They have automatic feeders, water fountains, automatic little boxes now. Yes, we'll miss them and they miss us, but it's not like a dog that needs to be walked, okay? We all know that. So that's an awesome feature when you have an automatic refill for the litter itself. This machine does that. You also have the option of rotating it so you can pour directly into the opening here. And there's also a compartment that opens on the side here where you can refill from this side. So there's 3 different ways with this machine to fill your litter. Another plus with this one, before I move on to the next or number 2 that you're looking for, is that this machine actually takes different types of litter. And that's important too, because sometimes you're stuck with just one kind of litter, in particular the one I was just telling you about, the bentonite, that's super heavy. You can use tofu cat litter, mixed cat litter, mineral litter, bentonite, and mineral sands. And one of the key feature, and that would be my number 2 things you want to look into, is how does it filter the dirty litter into the trash bin. They all either have a grid where the litter goes through as it rotates. The litter goes through, the clean litter passes through it, but the clumps stay. And as it continues its rotation, all of the clumps basically slide into the trash can. You want a filter or a grid, whatever you want to call it, that is big enough for the clean litter to go through, but also small enough for the little pieces to not go through. And that's one of the issues that I had with the previous one I had in the bathroom, is that the filter plate or the grid basically had holes that were too big. So as a result, whenever it finished its cycle, only the big chunks, the big clumps would go into the bin, but my litter would constantly have little pieces here and there. This brand, HOMERUNPET, gives you 2. You get the regular one, which is in there, and you're going to see it in a second, and they also give you a smaller one, and you can replace them. So the smaller one is for the mineral sands and for the bentonite, and then the bigger one is for the tofu litter and all of those. You can still use that one if you want, but I'm going to replace it with the small one. Another type of litter boxes are the combs. I would not recommend that. The one I have on the second floor, as much as it's great and probably the one that has the least amount of smell, it's a comb, and the comb is very white tooth. So yes, the big clumps go into the bin, but I still have the little stuff that comes back, and wet clumps tend to get stuck on those combs. So when it goes back into its resting position, I have literally dangling clumps, okay? I'm just saying, very often, I told you when I review, I tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So number 2 that you're looking for is a small grid. This one is small enough. Number 3 is, where does the bin open? The previous one that I had a compartment on top. So it's good for your back, but it's not good for my new application. I'm going to redo my bathroom and do a whole countertop with the machine integrated inside the countertop. I cannot have the trash bin on the top. it would mean that I would have to constantly pull the machine from inside the counter to open up the top. You want a trash bin, not that doesn't open on the side, that doesn't open on the top. You want one that opens in the front. Let me show you. If you're a cat owner, I think you can appreciate all of those. This one actually has two. There's one right here, and then there's another one right here that will collect all of the big clumps. How about that? And they open up from the front. You do not have to move the machine, and you do not have to give it clearance for you to be able to open a drawer on the side or a drawer on the top. See, when I started with those machines, I didn't think about that. But I can tell you, you want your trash bin to open from the front. The opening, obviously you want it to be big enough. This one, my understanding is that the inside compartment here is one of the largest on the market, so it's definitely something that you can use if you have the really large breeds. I'm thinking large breed cats, like a Maine Coon, for instance. They can be over 20 pounds, those cats. Definitely will fit in that, so you got to think about that, okay? Now, I know that somebody in the comment is going to bring back the old story of the cat, poor baby, or cats, I'm not sure, that ended up getting stuck in one of those machines and died. I want to be very clear that this story has been passed along for every single one of the reviews that I've watched online, including mine, and people just repeat them without understanding that that particular incident was for a machine that, one, no longer is on the market, and two, had a door that closed. The cat got stuck in a door that closed. It was sealed here. All of the machines now are an opening like this one that doesn't close, so the cat can go in and out anytime they want. And they will also have sensors all around so that when the cat just puts a paw here, while there's a cycle running, it will automatically stop. If the cat just pokes its head, it will automatically stop. So these are not a danger for your cat. No cat is going to be rotated inside the machine. If there is weight inside the machine will not run. They are very safe. So, but I know that somebody's going to bring that back. So I'm just throwing it out there. The incident happened. Unfortunately, it should not have happened, but it happened because it was a machine that had a door, a latch basically, that opened and closed, and the cat got stuck. This is not going to happen with this. So you want sensors. You want a machine that is going to be able to stop its cycle as soon as the cat is around the machine, not just touching it. This one does that. The one I have on the second floor does that. The one I have in the basement also does that. Actually, it's quite annoying because sometimes you want to see how well it cleans, and just the fact that you're in front of the machine will make it stop. So you got to pull away so that it can restart, okay? Number 4, I think, you want all the sensors. Number 5, do they have an app? They all do. The app, quite frankly, I do not use. I can tell if my cat is losing weight or gaining weight. I just look at them every day and I carry them all the time. So weighing my cat is not very important to me. Having a camera inside is also not very important to me. I know it is for some people. This one doesn't have a camera. Others do. I haven't turned it on, so I don't know if it lights up. I think it's pretty cool when they do, but if it doesn't, it's not a big miss for me. But the only advantage of the app is that, for instance, it will tell you if you need to refill the refill tank, for instance, or it will tell you if you need to empty the garbage can, the trash can. Sometimes your cats will poo or pee more in 1 week than the other, and particularly in the summer. So your little habit, like I do, of cleaning the little box every Tuesday night and Friday night, you may have to do it on a Thursday instead because it's already full. And when it's full, it no longer functions. It will not empty itself when it's full because there's no room for it, okay? So that's another feature you want to look for. You also want it to be high enough, all right? The only thing that I am not a fan with regards to this particular machine, let me show you right here, move that down, is that it doesn't have a pedestal in the front. Is it a big deal? I can probably live without it. I'll put a special mat that collects the litter from the paws. But having that little platform is pretty advantageous for two reasons. One, particularly if they have a grid, when the cat comes out, they touch that first. All of the extra litter that's stuck on their paws goes inside that little compartment, and then they hop off. Number two, senior cats. You want your senior cat to be able to have a step going in. Putting a different platform in front of it is not a big deal. It's just one more thing you would have to provide. I think that overall those machines are awesome. This one is fairly big. I'm going to put all of the specs right here in terms of sizes. Is it heavy? Not more than the other ones, but again, it has all the features I'm looking for. So it has the smaller grid, it has the trash can in the front, it has the refill for the litter, okay, and it has an opening on the side, an opening on the front, and the refill for me to be able to add litter to it without breaking my back. They're pretty easy to clean. You basically open the whole thing and then just wipe it off. That's it. Okay, my last feature that you want in a smart litter box before I start looking at this a little bit closer with you is the noise. Is it a noisy machine? The one I had before in the bathroom, super quiet. That's one of the reasons why I loved it so much. It was super quiet. The one on the second floor is loud. It makes noise. It's one with the rakes, okay? That's the one that has the least amount of smell because it sanitizes everything. It's got a UV light in it. The one in the basement is by far the loudest. And they can be quite loud. So you also want to, when you look at those machines, you want to look at reviews and what people are saying in terms of the noise. Why is it important? Because if it's in your bathroom and you have an ensuite like I do, at 3 o'clock in the morning, the last thing you want to hear is the machine chugging along, making an awful noise as it's rotating and getting the clumps out of the main bin. I have very light sleep patterns, so for me, it's an important factor. For you, it may not be, but I'm just saying they don't all have the same noise level. Some of them are way louder than others. I don't know how this one does, so we're going to put it to the test. I'm pretty excited about that. Please don't be loud. Let's go look at it, and then I'm going to set it up and wait for the cats to use it. So I know it was a lot of talking, and I'm sorry, but I felt that it was important for me to share all that information with you. This is the HOMERUNPET CS106, I believe. Again, you have they call it the sand compartment. You'll put a garbage bag right here, and then this is where you also keep all of your trash bin. So there's one that's for the sand or the smaller pieces, and there's one for the actual big clumps. Okay, so I think the white one goes in that compartment. Okay, big compartment right here. You can remove the whole thing to clean it. Okay, and then this is the lock mechanism basically for the trash bag. So you put your bag here, and then you close right here, and you put that right back in. Big opening. This also comes off. This little frame right here. This acts as a little gate. If you have a cat that is a big scratcher like mine, when they scratch, it's basically going to stop the litter from spilling over. So that big thing right here that you see is the ramp where the dirty litter, the big clumps, will go into when it rotates, and they land into the compartment that's right here. And here's the grid. I was telling you that I'm going to replace, so you see this is fairly large, and I'm going to replace it with the one that is smaller. They all have the same system where they have this fabric rubber type thing here and a scale on the inside to basically measure the weight of your cat. Pretty easy. You just go like this, okay? And here's the compartment for your clean litter. So you just put your litter in here, this whole compartment here, and then at the bottom, let me show you what it looks like. And hopefully you can see it. It's got like one of those little rotating grinder things, so it will basically help moving the litter. And this can be removed as well. Just got to press the little button right here. I'm doing this with one hand. It's kind of hard. I think I need to also remove this right here. Oh, that is also a feature that I like. This is a locking mechanism for the drum, the rotating drum. Can I do this with one hand? Yep. Okay, so you can take this with you and you can refill it somewhere else and put it back in. They thought of everything. I'm telling you, this machine is pretty awesome. Then you just lock this back in place and you just got to place this back on. That's it. You have your little LCD screen right here. We're going to turn it on in a second. And then this is the one I was telling you about where you can open this, right? It's not an entry for your cat. This is to help you either clean the inside of the machine because you have a bigger opening for your arm, or you can refill your clean litter from there. This is awesome. This is a very good feature. Actually, I think that's the only one that I know of that has this particular feature. So in order for you to be able to fill it up the very first time, obviously it's got to be plugged in because you're going to press the button for fill with litter, and it's going to rotate like this where this opening here is going to be on the top, and then you pour your litter in it. I think this is a great feature, and the one on the side right here. So everything is basically in the front like this, so you don't have to have a huge amount of clearance on the side or on the back. Let me bring it to the bathroom, plug it in. We're going to change the plate in the back, that grid, put in the garbage bags, fill in with the litter, and we're just going to wait for the cats to use it, which I know them is going to be right away. So we are in my bathroom, and before I put it back together, I had to disassemble it so that it would go through my door. I have a small bathroom door, okay? I wanted to show you what it looks like without the big cylinder. So basically this is what makes it run, and the engine is somewhere in there, okay? It will rotate. I'm going to assume this way, not this way. That would make sense, okay? So let me put it back together, plug it in, okay? And get it started. Okay, it's in the bathroom, all assembled. First impression, it's massive. I had to let go of my laundry cart, which is fine. Again, this is going to be eventually integrated into a counter, so you won't see it at all. There'll be cabinets here, and this will be entirely integrated, which allows me to open it from the front here and there. And it is on not rubber feet. I don't know if you can see the feet from here. They're kind of like flat, and I believe that they also are leveling feet, so you can screw them, unscrew them in case your floor is not even. I like the height, but I'm saying this as my cats are just not even 2 years old yet. So I'm gonna refill it, turn it on, move this to the top so I can refill it. And what I did is keep the litter, the clean, somewhat clean litter from the other machine, so that they have a scent to go to. You don't want to put just directly brand new litter in there. I mean, my cats went in there in their machines right away anyway, but you do want, if you can, get some of the old litter in there just so that they have some sense of territory. Move this, I'm going to turn it on, and it's supposed to run a test as soon as you turn it on, which is great because we're going to be able to hear it and see how much noise it makes. The button is in the back. Here we go. Searching for Wi-Fi. Oh, cat approaching. See? Let me show you. Oh, I moved, so we have the cat approaching. You see that? All I did was move my arm. You see what I'm doing? Very safe for cats. I'm going to do it again. It's going to go back to testing. It's very quiet, and I'm just going to move a little bit in front of it. Do you see that? It stopped right away. These machines are safe. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to figure out when you add, oh, it's right here. Okay, I see it. There's like a little chute on the inside. You can't see it from here, but that's where the new litter comes from, here to there. All right. I got to install the app and then put the new litter in, and we're ready to rock and roll. I'm just setting up the app. It's just a matter of turning on your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi, entering your Wi-Fi information, and just, finding the device, adding it, and that's it. What'd you say, sibling? You want to check it out? You want to be the first one checking it out? You see? She just approached it and it stopped. Oh, here we go. What do you think? It's pretty cool, huh? That one is even bigger. Could have the two of you in there. There we go. Do I need a pad? Okay, I need a pad. Yep, definitely gonna need a pad. Pressing on clean. I gotta get the app to time how long in between use it does its own cleaning. There's a child safety lock, by the way, so that in case you have a toddler who walks around, touches it or whatever, it will absolutely not function. Okay, so that was the Home Run Pet smart little box. Pluses: very quiet, bin in the front, easy to refill, different filters. Does more than just bentonite litter. You can do other types of litter, which is great. So if the bentonite, like I use, the multicat, is too heavy for you, you can use the a different kind. And it seems to be very easy to use. I really don't need the app, okay? There's a little panel in the front. It has an indicator light to tell you that the bin is full and you need to replace it. And I'm now pretty much 99.9% sure that the drawer at the bottom in the front is when you empty the entire little box, all the litter goes in there. So you can wash the whole thing. And then if you want to put it back in, that's up to you. Sometimes, you know, you have stuff that gets stuck and you want to wash the inside of the cylinder without having to replace the whole litter, because litter can be expensive. Now I can tell you one thing is that they will save you money on litter. One big box like the one I had for my 3 machines, it lasts me a whole month. Then basically I get a box per month of litter, because it only takes care of the stuff that's clumped, and then it recycles the litter and cleans it for you. So that's all the pluses. What else can I say as a plus? So it's quiet, stuff in the front, easy to refill, easy to use really and set up. It comes in already pretty much set up. They give you the bags. There's 2 things they gave me that came with it. I have no idea what they are. One of them is this thing. It looks like it's a clear window to put on the side panel. Maybe if you have a cat that's a little anxious and needs light, you would put that on. I don't need it. And then a whole roll of tape. There's no indication in the paperwork they gave you as to what the roll of tape is for. I don't know. Maybe it's to close the bags. I have no idea. It's basically paper tape. I don't know what it's for. Okay, so but they gave us that. And that's about it. The minus: it is humongous. It is the biggest machine of all the machines that I have. It is really big. It's so big I had to remove my laundry cart, okay? But that's all right, because I have something in mind. When I redo the bathroom and I'm integrating this machine into my cubby, I will have something integrated as well for my laundry. So I'm not too worried about that for now. I'm gonna keep my laundry cart, you know, around on between this room and the bathroom. We'll be all right. It's you know, before the end of the year, I'll have the counter done and everything. So that's really my only minus. It is huge. It's really, really big. Again, I'll put the specs right here. So if they can figure out a way to make this a little bit smaller, probably be a better thing for most people. But majority of people have large houses. You know, all new construction is fairly bigger in terms of space. So it's gonna fit wherever you put it. Me, I have a tiny little itty bathroom, so of course it's gonna look huge in it. I mean, you saw it compared to the toilet, right? It's humongous. It really is. But the good far outweighs the bad. That's the only bad so far, is that it is massive. And then I couldn't connect the Wi-Fi, but that's on me. That has nothing to do with them. You do need a 4G network. I don't think it works on a 5G, I'm not sure. And then not great on instructions for the app. That's all I can say about that. But it's really, once you've done one, you've done all of them. You add the device, you put your cat in it. But that's, again, if you want to weigh your cats and stuff like that, you need the app. I don't. I'm just using the buttons in the front. That's perfect for me. I'm one of those, the less app, the better, to be honest, because it's just too much, okay, to manage all these apps. I mean, remember, this is my 3rd machine in the house, so it's a lot of different apps that I got to manage for the cats. Press the button, you're good. And it will, again, indicate to you if the bin needs to be refilled, if you need more litter. It's all on the little front panel. You don't need the app. Super quiet. I'm gonna go as far as saying it is quieter than the one I had before in there, and that one was pretty quiet. You can barely hear it. It's really nice. I like it. I give it an A minus. minus because of the size. It really is a big unit. It's big this way, not in depth. It's very large, and in height it's higher than all the other machines that I have. So if you have the room and you're considering a smart cat little box, this one I give it an A-, thumbs up. I like it. So far, one cat went in right away, the other one will follow suit. I know that because they're very easy in terms of those machines. It has a chain lock, and I've shown you many times that as soon as there's movement in front of it or next to it, it immediately stops. That was my review. I know it was long, I know I talked a lot, but it's important to me to give you all the information that you need. Thank you, HOMERUNPET. This is a good product. Try to make it smaller though. It's really big. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.